Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of What's Your Story, where we interview professionals about their career journeys. I'm Mandy Aracena. Today we have a special guest who just so happens to be part of our Career Resource Center family here at UF. It's my pleasure to introduce Miss Natalie Morrison.
Hey guys, how's it going?
All right, Natalie, thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to start you off with a few fun questions. We like to call them Spitfire questions. Are you ready?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
So number one is, what's your favorite food?
Sushi, hands down.
And do you prefer LinkedIn or a standard resume?
Ooh, I think a combination of both. I think that a LinkedIn can be a really nice complement to a standard resume.
And what's your favorite show right now?
My favorite what?
Show?
What?
Your favorite show?
My favorite show? Oh gosh, probably, this is an oldie but a goodie, probably Grey's Anatomy or
That's
something that comes on, like Scandal, something like that comes on Thursday nights on ABC for sure.
And if your life was a song, what would be the title?
Probably something just going with the flow, cruising, something like that.
And I know you graduated from FSU, so who did you cheer for in the last football game?
Oh, I did. You'll have to call me out. Well, I cheered for both teams. I'm very politically correct.
That's a good answer. I won't judge you. I won't judge you. And do you prefer coffee or tea?
Oh, coffee for sure. I'm a hardcore coffee addict. It's really a problem.
All right, so now that we got to know you a little better, let's get started.
Okay.
Now, you already mentioned that you went to Florida State University for undergrad, but can you tell us a little bit about your experience there and what was your major?
I did. So I did go to Florida State for undergrad. Don't hold it against me. I made it to UF for grad school. But Florida State, I majored in art history and criminology. So maybe if all else fails, maybe one day I'll go catch art thieves or something. But art history was really my passion. And then criminology just was sort of an interest area of mine. So I ended up double majoring in both.
And so what led you to pursue a master's in management and going from art history to that?
Yeah, it's a great question. So I really wanted to work in the art world. That vision myself doing. I'm not a practitioner myself. And I didn't really see myself becoming an academic, like an art historian. So I knew I had to carve out some space for myself in the art world. So I saw business, sort of art business, as being a good sort of area for me that would lend itself well to my skill sets, what I had to work with while still sort of being in the arts arena. So that was what led me to come to UF for graduate school. So I came to UF and did the Master's of Science in Management program, which is a one-year business program for non-business majors and undergrad. So that was what brought me to the business world.
And so how did you end up at the Career Resource Center? Did you always, did you ever picture yourself doing this at all?
No, I definitely did not ever picture myself. Were you really working in higher ed or at the Career Resource Center? But it's a great, happenstance that it did, take place this way. So I did work in the arts for about 2 years after my master's program. So I went and worked in development and fundraising at the UF College of the Arts. So that was a really great experience there. So I was able to sort of get my arts fix. And so I ultimately decided that I wanted to diversify my experience a little bit. I really liked higher ed. I felt like I kind of found a niche there, but I wanted to just develop some other skill sets in addition to fundraising and event planning. So I found a position at the Career Resource Center that works in employer relations. So my role at the Career Resource Center is to build relationships with the companies and organizations that recruit UF talent. And so I always had sort of an interest in career services as long as I've been, working at UF. That is, it was an area that I'd admired. So when I found this position that I noticed a lot of transferable skills from my work in development, and I thought it might be a good fit. And so it's been a pleasure to work here so far, and there's been a lot of transferable skills from the world of fundraising and event planning into employer relations at the Career Resource Center.
And what do you enjoy most about your job?
I think the points that I enjoy the most are just getting to work with such a diverse group of people, both here in the office. I have, wonderful coworkers, full-time staff, as well as the student staff who work here. But also working with such diverse people externally, since I mentioned my role is to work with the recruiters that work at these companies that hire UF talent. So it's really exciting to be able to be speaking with a recruiter in the tech industry. And then the next phone call is somebody who's recruiting for a nonprofit, or somebody who is looking, for PR students. So it's a really nice variety of people, and just getting to know. I've learned a lot. It's really been an amazing opportunity to learn a lot about different industries, different employers, different areas of hiring. So it's been a really, really rewarding in that way.
And since you work directly with these employers, have you noticed any ongoing trend for, the type of characteristics that they look for when hiring Gators?
I do. A couple of things that really seem to stand out are always communication skills. Employers really, really love candidates either from a more technical background or a non-technical background who have strong communication skills, both oral and written. I also hear a lot of employers who really appreciate somebody who can think entrepreneurially. So what does that mean? They really like people who are innovative and aren't afraid to propose new ideas in the workplace, and are able to think outside the box, and aren't scared to try new things, develop new skill sets. And also, of course, just professionalism. I hear a lot of employers who are looking for people who can write a professional email and who can conduct themselves well in a professional setting, which is something the Gators are often typically pretty good at. So.
And since you did go to grad school, I know every senior out there right now is waiting for their letters to see if they got interviews, anything like that. So I was wondering, do you have any advice for them when it goes to applications, essays, and, that whole time period where you wait and you just kind of, freak out about it a little bit?
Yes, my piece of advice is don't freak out. I know that's much more easily said than done. I feel you. It seems like it was not that long ago that I was sort of playing the waiting game as well. But I think just trying to still live in the presence as best you can. Again, so much easier said than done. But just trying to focus on getting as much experience to better yourself as a candidate and as a person, before moving on to the next step. So trying to find, whether that's in experiences in academia, in the classroom, whether it's personal experiences, whether it's professional experiences like internships or volunteer opportunities, really just trying to take that time to just better yourself and improve upon your skill sets as best you can, rather than just sitting there, twiddling your thumbs and stressing out, and just trying to prepare yourself to be the best you that you can be, no matter where you end up. So
that's a really, really good advice. I want to thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
But before I go, I'm wondering, for those of you that don't know, we're having a door decorating competition here. Will you be decorating your door, and should I be worried?
I will be decorating my door. I'm giving all the credit to my student assistant, Lolita Martinez. She'll probably kill me for giving her a shout out, but she does. She has a grand vision in mind. And remember, you made my comment that I made about coffee earlier. It's a little bit of a hint on where we're going.
Oh, okay, a little coffee inspiration. I can't wait to see it. Thank you so much for joining us today, and a special thanks to our sponsors, Harris Corporation and Mondelez. I'll see you guys next week. I'm Mandy Aracena.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.